The first thing I would want you to consider is the time frame. Anytime you want to trade range breakout trade, do you understand? Anytime you want to trade range breakout trade, the best time frame for you to consider is, or the best time frame for you to rely on, is 4-hour time frame. You understand? You go to, and this works on every market, every crypto, stock, forex, whatsoever you want to do. So we'll be looking for a trend, a ranging trade. When the price action is ranging, that it means when the price have not yet decided either to go bullish or to go bearish. It is now, it's still moving on the side movement, which is ranging on a particular area. It does not know where it is going. That is a market that does not have a particular buyers yet. So that means the market is yet to decide. Now you can see this. Let me see. You see this box, the rectangle here, this zone here, it shows that this, at this particular point in time, this market is ranging. Do you understand? The market was ranging here. So the first thing to do is, of course, it's called the range breakout trade. So you have to, when you see the price action, the current price action do not have a bias yet. It is, meanwhile, there are still other method you can use to trade a ranging trade. That means you have to go to a lower time frame, but I'll be doing that on a subsequent video. Do you understand? So, but for now, we are going to be focusing on just range trade breakout. 4 will save you from unnecessary spike, to save you from manipulation. Do you understand? So you see something like a spike here. Yeah, see it as though there is a breakout. It's not necessary you start trading when you see a breakout or a candle close outside the zone. Do you understand? That is not the best time to trade. What I do mostly is, when I see a breakout, I wait for the trade to flow. It will either come up here, if I thought it's going to be bullish, it will either go up here, then retrace. Do you understand? On this zone, then the bounce. I wait for the bounce. Once it has retraced and it begins to bounce, when it bounces like this, I'll wait for a 4-hour candle close before I make my entry to the bullish side. Do you understand? Then later on, I will show you how I get my take profit target, and so that it will get your take profit target even before the market starts reversing. Do you understand? You don't need any indicator. You don't need to look for any indicator. Just pure price action strategy. And this is how I got my entry. Yeah, let me delete this. Okay, let me hide. What should I do here? Let me just zoom into it. Let me lock it so it will not distract us. Alright, so this is how I made my entry here. I did not necessarily go to any other time frame before I get my entry. I know that one is just unnecessary for the range breakout. Since based on experience and based on previous price action, we've known that the best time frame for range breakout is just to wait for a 4-hour time candle close. So anyway, don't forget, you said when you see this breakout, this is our zone here, this rectangle, you see the rectangle, that is the zone. So the first thing you have to wait for is the breakout. Look at this long imbalance here. Yeah, a breakout here. On the norms, what I'm waiting for is when it breaks out and the candle closes outside our zone, I wait for a retest. Do you understand? I wait for it to come back to retest that zone. Once it retests the zone, then I'll wait for it to bounce. Do you understand? And now, note something here. This is what I used to do most of the time. I'll wait for it to bounce and cross. I'll wait for it to bounce and cross. You see this zone here? That is when I'll enter the trade. Do you understand? Once it crosses that space, that's where I'll enter. Let me repeat myself again. You see this bounce? I will take that bounce as the new support. Do you understand? I will take that bounce as the new support, whereby it will have to close. The price will now have to close below this area, this liquidity. Do you understand? It will have to close there. So when it closes, that's where I will be hoping to sell. That's why I'll be hoping to what sell to the downside. So like I said earlier, I would show you how I get my take profits. So, but in this case, you see that we waited for this price to come to retest, but it did not retest. So how then can we make our entry? We have one candle close outside here. We have another second one here. We have the third one. Third candle has closed. The third candle one, if it is what is it called? It could either be bullish candle or bearish candle. But in this case, this is a bullish candle. I will not enter there. I'll wait for the next one. Just wait. It's better you wait. It's better you out from a trade is than if you enter and you lose your money. So the best thing for you to do is once you check the third candle formation and you see that it is giving you a bullish signal, just calm down, wait for the next candle to form. So you see that the next candle here is a bearish candle. That is where I will enter. Once that bearish candle closes, I add it to enter. So I'll put my entry there, just like you have seen here, my previous analysis there. Wait for it to close. Once it closed, I'll enter, put my entry in there. Then the way I get my take profit, or let me just quickly explain the way I get my stop loss, my risk management is I would have to look for this zone, look at the previous support and previous resistance, which is these are previous support here, these are previous resistance here. Do you understand? So I will put mostly if I am very certain, I will put my stop loss here. But because I see that there is this institutional dump here, because of this institutional dump, I will have to respect it by bringing my stop loss up above it. Do you understand? I don't mean this fair value gap is not too much here. I would have put it here, but this institutional dump is too much. So it's likely price comes to fill this order here, this imbalance here. So it will not gonna take my stop loss out. That's why I had to bring my stop loss plus a little bit above to break even here. Do you understand? So that is how I got my stop loss there. I went back before the range, then took price range, took my price range too, then started from the edge measurements here, bring it down to my support zone here, as you can see. But I don't like taking all of them, so that at least price will hit our take profit target before it even reverse at all. So what I do is I'll just take somewhere between like the 50% zone of my resistance, my support zone. So I guess this is the 50%. I don't need to use Fibonacci for this one. I'll just take here something here, then bring this measurement down to where, to this breakout here. Not my entry. It will be at this resistance here, the end of this zone here. Do you understand that rectangle? So that is going to be my overall take profit target. Do you understand? You can see it respected it, because this is an impulse movement first. So this impulse movement, when you have a range, is based on your textbook self, it will tell you that after your impulse movement, the range or correctional movement, the same length it has for that pole will be the same thing to have when it wants to move again. So you can see that the price respected it here. Now let's check for another range. Okay, we have another range here. This is when BTC was visionless. It does not know what it's going to do. So it's also ranged there. You see our rectangle, I have to zone it. Meanwhile, you can, like I've said before, you can trade this range, but I don't advise people to trade it, because it will take you out easily, except you want to go to lower time frame, go to 1 hour time frame or 2 hour time frame or 30 minutes time frame. Then you now start using your counter trend and trend line. I'll be doing that later, but for now it does just focus on range trade breakout. So the same psychology we used here, the previous range section or you can call it the resistance section, even X section, not to call it. It's the same psychology we'll be using here. Are you following? The same psychology we'll be using here for this trade. So don't forget, you can see fake outs inside this zone here. You can see different fake outs here, as though the price wants to go by. If you mistakenly enter your trade here, you will lose this trade because you did not wait for the bounce. So for you to be safe, for you to be on the safer side, you wait. It's not just about the close of the hour or the. It's not. That is not the major thing. The major thing is what I've said before. Wait for it to close, fine. Then let it go up, then retrace. When it retraces, don't forget that this is going to form a liquidity. This zone here. You see this zone here to form a liquidity. For this same price to bounce and pass this zone here. Let me bring out the two again so you don't understand what I'm saying. You see it, I'll make sure it's past this zone here. Once it breaks, that's where I'll be trading. That's where I'll be considering entering this market. But because the price action did not respect this zone, it went, instead of it to bounce, it went deep again. So I'm not still going to trade. I will just leave it, let the market still be dancing up and down. I'm not in ace. You just have to remain calm, patient. So you can see the way it's consolidated for long. You have other pairs to trade. Look for other, just wait for the breakouts. That is if this is just part of the strategy we will be using. So that is in case the market is just ranging, is moving sideways. These are the patterns you use, these are the strategy you use. So you see from here that the price broke out somewhere here. From here it broke out here. You can see this 4-hour candle close here. You are not trading it, you are waiting for the retest. After the retest, we wait for the bounce. You can see that once it breaks this place here, it breaks this our new support level. When it breaks this our new support level, I will have to wait for that candle to close. It was when this black and bearish candle closed is where I made my entry. Do you understand? The same way I took my stop loss, how I got my stop loss is using the immediate resistance here, which is inside this range. Do you understand? Inside this range zone, you can see the way the arrow is pointing. That same direction is where the same thing I used, the same bias I used for the first range example is what I'm using here too. So the same thing I use for my take profit target is what let me explain this take profit target so you understand better. So I use this same measurement, this price range measurement here, with this impulse movement here. Don't forget that our movement is going to be from this range, this rectangle range here, from this place. Okay, I think I need to delete this one since we are not using it again. So this is a new one. We can see where it stopped. It stopped at the end of, you can see it here, at the end of this spike. But I'm not going to take everything. I have to be conservative here. So in case of any reversal, you don't need to take everything, just take enough profit. Do you understand? Then leave the market, let the market do its own thing. You can see, because I don't really take everything. Some people will tell you to calm down, bring it down to get the end of the spike here. That's what no, I don't do that. Just leave the market, let the market enjoy. So delete it, then bring this one, this price range, bring it. Your measurement is now going to be from this range. Don't forget, our measurement is always from the range, not from our entry. It's going to be from the breakout range here, this range here. Do you understand? If you don't understand, rewind, go back to the video, watch it again. You can drop your question in the comment section. So you can see these are, I got my take profit target. It got how many pips? You can see the pips there. So the same thing here is what I did. You see this place, I saw that the market is indecisive. It does not even get half direction. I put it in a zone, which is a rectangle. Make sure it's range. when it breaks out, it broke out. Let me zoom it a little bit so you guys will see very well. When it breaks out, the first candle, I did not enter the first candle breakout close. No, I did not enter. It was just a confirmation that okay, this thing is now going to bearish movement. So this is the first candle, it's closed. I did not enter. I wait for the second one. I was hoping to come back to retest this zone, but it did not come back. So the next thing I was just waiting for the 4 candle close, like 4 candles of the 4 hours. So this is the first one, this is the second one, this is the third one, and this fourth one is where I entered. So you see it. This is where I entered. I entered the trade, and the trade firstly started dancing with my emotions. Dance with my emotions. Decided, okay, I got my take profits, right? It's just a measurement of this swing high and swing low. It's just a measurement of this swing high here. See this swing high here, this swing high and this swing low. That's what how I got my take profit target. So let's measure it and see. You would see if you put it here, you can see. Don't forget, I don't always take the peak. I'll leave the remaining for the market as it stacks. Make it chop down. So bring it down here at the breakout of the rectangle. That is where we are measuring, not your entering. Except you're an aggressive trader, then you can put it in your entry just to get more pips. Now but please be careful. My own strategy is I use it at the range breakout. So you can see you got it. If you had put it in your entry, you would have not gotten this trade. It should have eaten your stop loss. You can see it. You do not get your TP. You just go back and eat your stop loss. So it's best let the market enjoy too. You enjoy, market enjoy, everywhere there. All right. I think this is going to be the last example. If you just feel to backtest the strategy and see how easy it is, look at here too. The same strategy, the same philosophy, the same psychology we use there. This is what you are using here too. Can you see? You always use your price range to measure the impulse movement. This is how I got this impulse movement. You can be asking, how did I get this impulse movement? Yeah, the measurement is literally here from here, like this. You measure the movement. Alright, you measure the steps like from here. Can you see it? Now don't forget, you don't take everything. Just left the minimum for the market to enjoy. Then you bring it here on your rectangle, not your entry. The entry method is still the same method we use. Wait for a rebound. If there's no rebounds, wait for 4 candles of the 4 hour close. Do you understand? 4 of it.